Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to another video. We are up this morning. I actually got up before my alarm clock, but I feel like I went to bed early because I don't think I closed the vlog out last night. I apologize. It is what it is. Anywho, we are up. It is, what time is it? Where's my phone? Clearly I just left it in the bathroom because I was listening to the first episode of the podcast because it goes up today. I hate listening to it because I hate listening to myself. I feel like I'm a phony imposter. And how can you be a phony imposter in your own life? I don't know, but I still feel that way. So I was just listening to it, trying to get used to it. I don't know. I'm so nervous. But anyway, I was up listening to the first episode. Everything goes live today at 8 o'clock. So I'll be at work. So I'll probably prevent myself from looking at all the comments or any of the things until maybe lunchtime or a little bit after. I don't know. I'm so nervous. But anyway, we're up. This is the outfit of the day. We're wearing this cream blazer from H&M. We're wearing this cream mock neck from Uniqlo, and we're wearing our navy blue and I won't say it's white or gray or cream pinstripe, whatever color, a light color pinstripe. And then I know I shouldn't have my sambas in the bed, but we're wearing our sambas with it. And then our glasses, because I need to start wearing my blue light glasses, y'all. My vision has been blurry. I need to go to the eye doctor. I need to do a lot of stuff that I'm not doing correctly. Because at the end of the day, I believe I'm going to need glasses because I can't see up close anymore. Like if I go like this, it's blurry, but I have to hold it like way back here and I can see it just fine. That ain't good. So I need to be really looking into making an eye doctor appointment, and JALYNN needs one too. So we both might need to go together, to be honest, because now that she's 18, we can go see the same eye doctor, an adult eye doctor. But anyway, I'm about to get dressed and then I will check back in with you guys because I gotta do something to this head. It's probably most likely gonna be a ponytail, so I need to do something to it, y'all, because it's looking real rough out here in these wig streets. But I'll be right back when I get dressed. Alright, you guys, I'm going to try to show you my outfit of the day, but the light is not the best because it's gloomy, and now that the weather's changing, it's not light in the morning anymore, so there's that. But here is the outfit of the day. Like I said, shirt and pants are from Uniqlo, blazer is from H&M, and my shoes are Adidas LV Courts from DSW. And then I just got on my U-part wig, and I just got on some earrings and some necklaces and my same little Amazon watch and a bracelet. So this is the outfit of the day. Y'all can't see it that well, but that's what it looks like. And the pants have pinstripes in them, like I said. So yep, we're about to get out of here because it is 6:30 and we need to be on time to get to work, and school is in and all that other kind of stuff. So I will see you guys in the car. We have a visitor this morning. He was by the porch when I came out and he got scared and ran off. But he didn't get too scared. He's still trying to get him something to eat. There's only one this morning. It's usually more than one. So I wonder why he's all alone today. But that's my little visitor this morning. It's a very foggy day. Foggy and gloomy, but we must head into the office, so let's go. Let's head into work. So I did fill up my tank yesterday because the gas at JALYNN's, near JALYNN school, was $2.49 a gallon. So it saved me $4 because I think it took like, or maybe $6. I think it took like $34 or $36 to fill up my tank. So I filled it up. Every time I go down that way, I fill up my tank because it's a lot less expensive. So today is gonna be a day. Like I said, I will be vlogging when I go to the days I go to work on Mondays and Tuesdays, but be mindful that I cannot record in the building. So you won't see me anywhere in the job or whatnot. So get that part. But anyway, we're headed to work so I can record on the way to work. He's still out there chilling. He don't even be scared of my car no more. Like, he act like he owned the place. He act like he owned the place. I still have a bit of a cough, a bit of a phlegm. If it's not going by next week, I'm going to call my doctor back and be like, you need to give me something a little bit stronger than whatever you gave me, because it ain't working. It ain't working, boo boo. I'm still hacking and I'm still coughing and doing all of the things. So obviously I need something more than what you're giving me. And I still need to go in and get my flu shot and get my COVID shot. She said I could just walk in anytime and get it without an appointment. So, but I want to see if she's going to call me something else in or have me come in if my chest is no better. Because I think this cough has been lingering since, what's this? This Friday will be like 2 weeks. And that's just a little too long for me, and I feel like it's going to develop into bronchitis, and ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't. So we're going to have to nip this in the buds or whatever. I'm finally getting on the, well, I'm not right on time. It's 7:41, so I'm still late. I'm supposed to be leaving the house at 6:30 in order to get to work at 7:30, but now I'm at the point I'll get there when I get there, because it is what it is. I do have some meetings this morning. Nothing too strenuous. I do have a ticket I need to work on the solution. I have two options for the solution, but I can't really determine what it is that I want to do, or what's the best approach, because one of them I think is owned by somebody else. Like, I could create something, but it's not owned by my application. So, and then the other one requires me to create a new rule. But I hate to do that because it's specific just to this, so I want something that's just universal, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it in this situation. So I did want to discuss something with you guys while we're on the way to work, something I could just bust out and answer right quick. I don't know if I ever answered this question per se. I feel like I didn't, but if I did, I apologize, but you're going to hear it again. Somebody asked me how did I get into the IT field and how I specifically got into working with Epic. If you guys don't know, Epic is like a huge EHR system that a lot of hospitals are going to. My hospital went to it about almost 2 years ago, and then going on 3, and then now UAB is about to get Epic as well. They're starting to hire for Epic people, so it's going to be a new EHR system that a lot of people are going to get, and you require certification in order to actually be able to work on Epic project or work at Epic or get Epic certified. It's not something you can go out and do yourself. You have to be affiliated with a company that has Epic or is going to get Epic. So, rewinding, how did I get into the IT field? I stumbled upon it, to be honest. Now, I'm a tinker. I'm pretty computer savvy. I've always been. I learned how to research what I want to do, watch videos, and get an understanding of how things work. I've always been that way. I'm very analytical, very step-by-step, very able to follow directions in certain instances, and improvise and think quickly on my feet most of the time. So I have an associate's degree in accounting. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and I have a master's degree in public administration with a concentration in healthcare, I think management administration or something like that. So in my eyes, when I got that master's degree, I would become a manager or a director is what my ultimate goal was. But working where I work, I love where I work. Just number one, let's not get that twisted. But every job has the same issues. If you know, you know, okay? No matter where you go, no matter what you do, there's always cliques, there's always politics, there's always favorites, there's always right, there's always wrong, there's always lazy, there's always workers. It's just everywhere you go, and there's no getting around it, right? So I have been working at my current job. In November it'll be 16 years, and I started out in insurance. I didn't know anything about insurance. I didn't know, my degree was in criminal justice. I didn't even have my master's degree at this moment, but I had an associate degree in accounting, which helped me get my foot into the door. So a lot of people be like, well, how do you get your foot in the door and you don't even have no accounting degree, or you don't even have this? Sometimes the education that you have will help you get your foot in the door, whether you know anything about that industry or that field or not. It kind of shows them that you have dedication to study into your craft, even though it's not that particular craft. And people can kind of tell from your personality if you're teachable or not. So my first boss, he saw a lot of potential in me, and I really appreciate him. He really kicked off my career at the hospital that I work at now. And he was like, I know you don't know anything about Medicaid, I know you don't know anything about medical billing, but you do have an accounting degree, and I think you are teachable, so if you want to be taught, you have the job. And I was like, shit, yeah, let's go. Because I was only making like $10, I think, and I think they was offering me $3 more, so I think they was offering me $13, and I was like, say less, okay? Imagine a grown woman who's married only making $13 an hour, y'all. Like, I'm still like just flabbergasted, and I just thought that was so much money at that time. I thought that was so much money. Now this is in 2007, and I can't remember. I wasn't really into the economy and how far money stretches. I knew we always struggled, and I was like, ooh, this $3 extra will just do so much, when it really, in hindsight, didn't. But you know, that's young naiveness of mine. But I was making $13 an hour, and I thought it was great. So I went in. This director, she showed me how everything went. She gave me the rules. And one of the things that a lot of people say, and to be honest, I didn't believe it, but now I believe it. It's easier to teach somebody who knows nothing about the system than to teach somebody who knows something about the system. And let me explain why. And this comes into any favor. This comes to me, myself, and I, because sometimes, you just think you know everything, and you don't stop to listen sometimes, and that's not always a good thing. So I came in for Medicaid billing and coding knowing nothing. So that means you are teaching a blank slate. Nobody who has any knowledge, nobody who thinks they know what they're talking about, who thinks they know what they're doing, who thinks they know the rules. You are learning because you have no clue, right? And then versus the person who has maybe a little inkling of how it goes, and doesn't like to listen, doesn't like to be open-minded, doesn't like to understand that rules change. Just because you did something a certain way somewhere else doesn't mean the rules haven't changed since you got to where you are now. So it's, a lot of people, want people with experience, but sometimes teaching somebody with no experience is the best route, because they're a blank slate, and they're just going to take your word for what it is because you're teaching them. People who don't take your word for what you're teaching, it's sometimes a good thing and a bad thing. It just depends on the situation. And a lot of the situations that I've seen has been a bad thing. So going into that, so I worked there for like 9 years, grew out of it, outgrew the job, outgrew the pay, outgrew the politics, outgrew all the things, and so I transferred downtown. So I did work at a pediatrics office, which was one exit from my house. So I literally went from working 10 to 15 minutes from my house to almost 40-minute drive. And sometimes it's just what you got to do. When my kids were little and I had to pick them up and drop them off and do all these things, working 15 minutes from my house and from their school was ideal. So sometimes taking a job for convenience is what you need in that moment, and not necessarily for money. If that makes sense. Because I know during that 9 years I worked there, a lot of people questioned why I stayed, why I did what I did, why I didn't move on. My kids were young. There was things that they let me do that another job would not let me do. They would not let me leave in the middle of the day. They would not let me bring my children to school, to my job sick and sit in my office. Like, they weren't gonna do that. At that job that I got after this, that was not possible. That was not happening. That's not what they was gonna do. So with that being said, God's timing is always the right timing. You don't always have to move just because you feel like you got to move. I move when I feel led to be moved. Let's just say that. I've never quit a job, left a job without feeling like it was something that led me to say, okay, it's time for me to go. Not any rash decisions, not in a moment of hate, not in a moment of anger. Just when I know, okay, this is my moment, this is my time to start exploring other options. And so I had hit about that 8-9 year mark, and it was just thing after thing after thing, and I was hanging on. And then, you know, one day God was like, yeah, your time is up, Keosha. You need to find something else to do. You need to start searching. You need to start looking. You need to start getting your resume together. So I did. And so I applied for a job downtown to be a provider enrollment coordinator. So now this is different. I don't do insurance anymore. This is enrolling providers into insurance companies so that we can get reimbursed appropriately for in-network and not out-of-network, and get all the benefits and all the money, and then our patients get benefits and all that kind of stuff. They don't have to pay higher deductibles and co-pays and all those things. If you understand insurance, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just go with it. So, you know, I had done enrollment. I wasn't currently doing enrollment when I left, but I had done enrollment for years, and so that got my foot in the door. That got me the interview, and then I sold myself the rest of the way. Dang, hold on, my battery's finna die. Dang it. God, this battery was at 100. See, that's what I love about having my shit together. But anyway, back to what we were saying. So that's kind of what got my foot into the door to get the interview, and then ultimately sell myself to get the job. So I did provide enrollment for about 5 years before I'm in this current role that I'm in. So I did provide enrollment, and then I eventually transitioned to billing, because it was in the provider enrollment department, was not in like credentialing, it was actually in the business office. So I moved technically from one business office to another, but doing a different role and having a different title. But at the end of the day, I ended up doing pretty much a version of billing. So I did all the enrollment, so whenever anybody got denied or anything like that, I had to work them, especially if they were denied for enrollment purposes. I would call and follow up and be like, why are they denied? They are enrolled. What happened? Where paperwork? Blah, 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 all the things, right? And then eventually, you know, I went through 3 managers, just a high-level manager, another level, and then a really, not a micromanager, but a manager who had time to answer my questions and help me with things that the 2 directors couldn't. So directors are very busy, you know, they have lots of meetings. They're not readily available, and they felt like I needed more resources, and they weren't available to give me more resources, so they gave me to a manager instead of a director, so she didn't have to attend as much meetings. She could be a little bit more, you know, help me with whatever's going on. So love my manager to death. She was so nice. She was so great. We worked well together. It was just us 2. It was me and her. I was the only person on her team, so we worked really well together. Got really close. And so she taught me about the hospital side of billing. Now, remind you, I came from the pediatric professional side, so I did all professional billing. I had never done hospital billing or anything before, so I've learned a lot under her, creating the charges, what's the difference, all those kind of things. Now, I'm not an expert. I'm not a certified coder, but I kind of understand the concept, what you have to do in order to do what I'm doing now. So with all that being said, the hospital decided they wanted to go with Epic. And with Epic is not something you just implement willy-nilly. Like, it's not something that's it's pre-built, but it's not pre-built for you, if that makes sense. They don't have... So when we went from an electronic health record system from paper to electronic, when the government mandated it, I was at the pediatric practice, and we went from paper to EHR. So I do know going from paper straight to EHR. So I have done implementation before. But the difference between that one and this one was they pretty much built everything for us. We told them what we needed, what we wanted, and how we wanted to go, and they made it how we wanted it right out of the box. And over the years, we tweaked it. With Epic, they don't have people to build it for you. It is a stock EHR, and your employees at your organization are the ones building the system to the specifics that your hospital requires. So that's the biggest difference. So what they do is they go to every department and they say, hey, depending on the size of your department, you have to provide us with this many people from your department in order to build your specifications the way you want in the system, the way you like for your stuff to work. So for instance, if you worked in cardiology, you had to have a cardiologist, you had to have somebody who schedules your appointments, you had to have somebody who does your referrals to come onto the team cardiology work. So when they get in the system, everything flows and work as your workflow works now. That makes sense. So for instance, if you get up in the morning, y'all, I don't know, I'm making this up because I don't really know how it works on the floor. I never worked on the floor of a hospital. You know, your unit clerk might come in the morning and check all the appointments, and then they might go ahead and call everybody who hasn't confirmed or doesn't have insurance, and then your referral clerk comes in and makes sure everybody has a referral. If they don't, she calls and makes sure they have a referral, and then the doctor, you know, comes in and he sees the patient, and after that the receptionist has to, you know, do the follow-up or take the copay or whatever. So when you do that in a system and then you get a new system, you have to make sure that system works like that. So say if the person doesn't have a referral on file, it should be going to some kind of work queue for the person who does referrals to know that this person, she needs to work these people today because they're coming in today and they need a referral. So those are the kind of things I'm saying. So if you can't build it and say you forget to build a referral part and there's no work queue and your referral clerk doesn't know that anything needs to be done, you could potentially not get paid because there's no work queue to catch those people who don't have a referral. I know I hope it's not going over y'all heads, but just go with it. So for me, I worked in the business office, so they wanted me to go over for the charging expert. So building the charges that we are required to have when we see a patient. So if a patient comes in, you know, and gets, I don't know, get their tubes tied, or no, not tubes tied, clearly we were children, y'all, get their tubes for ear infections. I have to make sure the charge code is in there, so and the right price is there, so when they do it, we can bill them and send it out to their insurance and get paid. So I basically do that, and then I do like some automations. I'm not gonna go that deep, that's way deep into it. But the hindsight, how you get into it is your organization has to be a part of the EPIC program already or going to the EPIC program, and then they pay for you to go to class to get certified. And when I say pay, like they're paying thousands of dollars for you to go to get these certifications. So they're not playing games, and EPIC doesn't play games either. They're like, okay, when you go to class, you have a project. So a project is like they give you scenarios based off your class, and depending on what the class is and what it's talking about, you could get a project and you could get a test. So a lot of the classes I took required a project and a test because I got super deep certification, specific certification, but some of the broader ones don't require all of that. So the project is basically, it goes through a scenario based off of what you learned in class, and you have to build everything in the system and make sure it works correctly, and it does all the things at the end of the day, and they give you a grade if you pass or you don't pass. And then for the test, it's the same thing. You go through, you do all the studying. It is an open book test, which are always hard, so don't take that as being an easy thing to pass because it's open book. And you sorry, I have to pay attention because people can't drive. It ain't raining, but it's foggy and they stupid. So you have to go to the test, and you have to pass the test within the version of EPIC that you took the class. So every year EPIC gets a new version, a new upgrade. And so if you haven't taken the test by the time the new upgrade, then you may miss something. You may not pass, and you'll have to take like a little inkling of the class to get the upgraded version, or read a pamphlet or some shit, and then you can take the test. Or if you don't take it enough time, you have to take the whole class over. Also, if you don't pass 3 times the test, you have to take the class over. I only ended up flunking 1 test, and then I passed the second time. And I was devastated when I flunked, y'all. I was so bad. I was so bad. If you guys follow my other channel, y'all saw my journey of getting my EPIC certification. And it was stressful, y'all. It was stressful, and I was so upset. I was so mad that I had flunked that class. Like, I was upset, y'all. Like, crying upset. Like, I don't like to fail, if y'all don't know. But yeah, and so I kind of fell into IT. Now I have an IT mindset, an IT thought process, but I never actually worked in IT. So that's how I actually got, you know, put into the IT field. And then I just decided not to go back to my previous job. They had already replaced me. I felt like I had outgrown it. I feel like there was no more challenge. So it wasn't really a hard decision for me to make. I kind of knew when they said, I kind of knew that I wasn't going to go back when I started building the system and saw how, now it's stressful, but I'm just a tinker. I like to tinker with stuff and play with stuff and manipulate stuff and get things to do things. So I kind of knew that I wasn't going back. So it was no shocker. It was a shocker to them. I don't know why I was, but even my boss, my immediate boss, knew I wasn't coming back, but the directors thought I was coming back. Yeah, I was coming back. And we got to work from home. We couldn't work from home from business office, okay? Say less, okay? After COVID, and then they were talking about we could work from home. It was a wrap. say within 12 weeks you have to get an EPIC certification. So a lot of people are a lot more open and lenient. You don't have to have the certification right away. So yeah, but that's how I got into it. I feel like I've been talking for 999 years, but that's how I got into IT. But I'm gonna finish listening to the second episode of the podcast just to make sure my brain is ready, and I will talk to you guys. It will be after work. After work, we're going to get a massage, and then we gotta figure out how many some massage appointments I have left because I have to use them by November. So I need to see how many massages I need to go get in this month, and make sure I get my money's worth. We not wasting no money. We finna get every last massage that we supposed to get. I want to say I got maybe 1 or 2 left, maybe even 3, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you guys after work. All right, you guys. So we're off work and we are headed to the spa. It's 4:33. Just depending on what time I get to the summit, I'm either gonna go straight to the spa, or I'm gonna go to Barnes and Noble for a minute and, you know, chill out and work on my laptop. I need to work on stuff. I really need to give me a hotspot or some kind of Wi-Fi thing so that when I'm sitting in my car, I can use my own Wi-Fi and stuff, and I don't have to worry about trying to find somewhere, especially when I want to get something done. So I am going to see what time I get there. If I get there at 5, because it's 4:34 now, and traffic is a mess on 280 as it always is. They want you to get there 30 minutes early, so I want to get there 30 minutes early because I want to give me something to drink. So I want to give me a mimosa or something to drink. So I think I'm just going to go early, depending on, or a tea or something. It depends on what I want when I feel like getting there. And I did take some Tylenol. Okay, I told you guys. Ooh, excuse me, I'm tired. I'm on my cycle, so I'm having cramps and stuff. It's just, but I'm still going to get this massage though. It is what it is. It is what it is, but we're going. This massage is gonna be so good, y'all. I'm gonna need her to do all the hot stones she can do just to melt me into relaxation. For sure, I'm ready for the relaxation or whatever. So thank you guys so much. I mean, I didn't get a lot of comments on or a lot of views on my video podcast. I haven't even figured out how to look at Apple Podcasts or Spotify to see how many people listened or if anybody listened. But thank you for the sweet comments I did get on YouTube. I think I got like 2 comments on 2 of the videos, so 4 so far, and probably about 20-30 views. But I also don't have a lot of subscribers yet on that channel, on the podcast channel. But thank you guys so much for listening in and watching. Now, I did something so foolish. I'm so bad at trying to perfect it that I messed up one of the videos. I saw it at the last minute. I was like, you know, it is what it is. And then one of the videos, one of the podcast episodes, I didn't even upload. I was supposed to go live with 3 episodes today. I did on YouTube, but I forgot to upload the 3rd episode on all of the other platforms. So the Apple Music, the Spotify, the iHeartRadio, and the Amazon Music, or Apple Podcast rather. Forgot to upload it. So you only got 2 episodes of the podcast on just the ones where you can listen, and YouTube got 3. So I apologize for my mishap. I was just so stressed out that I thought I had did everything, and I was delusional at this point. But I am going to go home and upload it tonight, and then push it out to go live in the morning. So it doesn't go live right at 8, so I think I have to like push it out maybe 15 minutes before, because it seems like it takes a minute for everything else to refresh after it goes through Spotify. So I need to figure out what's that time lapse is, because when I first went, it wasn't on Apple Podcasts, and when I went back and refreshed it, then it was there. So I don't know how often it refreshes itself, so I need to look into that to make sure it's up when I think it's supposed to be up. But other than that, you guys, I am just headed out to get this good massage, baby, because it's about to feel amazing. I'm here for it. And then I need to figure out how many massages I have left as well. And I have been saving my money, so we will be getting another massage package for the upcoming year, because it's definitely something I promised myself in self-care. And although I haven't been doing it regularly, I still have the means to because I've already paid for it. So we're gonna get our money's worth. We're never wasting money. No, 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 no. So yeah, but I'll check in with you guys in a bit. I'm just rambling. I know I am. We're gonna get in the swing of things. Y'all know how I am when I first start vlogging. I'd be all over the place, but we'll hone in soon. So bear with me. But I'll check with you guys later. Where they think the weather is outside, but it ain't hot like that. But we having to be chilly in here like this. Probably gonna have to get me some hot tea today. But let's go ahead and get our locker together, and I'll see you guys in the room. Alright, you guys, it is 6:50 and we are finished with our massage. It was so nice. Love the hot stones. I had a different lady today. Don't know if I like her or not. I kind of like my other young lady. So I have 3 massages left out of the 7 massage packet. So she said I just took the 4th one, but I feel like maybe they gave me an extra one because I don't know if I should have 3 left, but that could be right. Like I haven't really kept up with how many I've taken, but it feels like I've had more than 3 massages, but I could be totally miscalculating, okay, because it's me. So she says I have 3 left. The 4th one was today, so I'm trying to think, and I have to use it by November the 25th, because that's when the new packets come out that you can buy for Black Friday. That's usually when I buy my packet. And so I want to say the packet was like $600 for 7 massages, which is great. So I'm trying to see when I'm going to use the next one. I know I'll probably get one on my birthday, so that's one right there, and then I'll have 2 left. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use one for my birthday and maybe 2 in November, but I haven't really decided yet. Definitely getting one on my birthday, for sure, because I took off I think the day of and after my birthday, or the day before and after my birthday. I can't remember. I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to do for my birthday. I feel like I want to do a staycation somewhere, like get a massage and like stay at a nice hotel and maybe order in and just be lazy on my birthday. But I don't know where I would go. I need to look up some nice suites in Birmingham for like one night, because I definitely probably wouldn't do it more than one night. Just a night, maybe my birthday day, check in and stuff, and then check out the next morning and order room service and just have a really chill, peaceful night. But I don't know yet. We'll just have to see what I decide. Oh goodness. But anyway, we're headed home. We have dinner at home, leftover spaghetti. I need to record this video right quick, and most likely this is going to be more a natural video. I don't think I'm even going to put on any makeup or anything. I'll probably put on some fall clothes, like maybe a cardigan or something, but other than that, this is just going to be just an everyday thing. Like, we're not getting makeup, we're not doing any of that. none of that, okay? So we're gonna go home and record our monthly reset and get that done and edit it and upload it so that it can go live tomorrow night. That part. So I will see you guys when we get to the house.